Welcome back to Serenity Firearms. I just got back from the range, and I had probably the worst experience I've ever had at a range when it came to the operation of my firearms. I took both of the Polymer 80 builds, as well as every single KCI and Magpul PMAG that I have for them, and I put 300 plus rounds through both of these Polymer 80s. And the experience was less than spectacular. Now, for those who aren't aware, haven't watched the other videos, after my KCI mag review, which wasn't very good because I was having issues from them, I ended up getting in touch with KCI, and I sent all 7 of the KCI mags that I have back to them so that they could take a look at them. They ended up sending them back and told me that there was nothing wrong with them. They were functioning fine at their location, and when they sent them back, they sent me 4 of their 30 round mags for free. I wouldn't be carrying these 30 rounders, and I probably wouldn't have even bought them if it came down to me buying them. I don't really, these are something to play with at the range. But so I took all of my mags, and I basically just kept shooting until I got fed up enough with the issues I was having that I pulled out my Glock 21 and fired off a bunch of mags just to make me feel better. Alright, so I'm going to start by talking about the Magpul PMAGs. Alright, the number one issue I've had with these, alright, since I picked them up, is the slide does not lock back after the last round. It is yet to happen. I've fired these things, used these mags, I don't even know how many times now. I've had them for months. I go to the range quite a bit, and I don't think it's locked back a single time. I can't remember it doing it. That is the number one issue. Alright. Right off the bat, I had better luck with these, though, operationally speaking, than I did the KCIs. Although, the more rounds I put through the KCIs, they have improved. I certainly had better luck with these, though. One of the perks to the PMAGs is that they are quite a bit lighter than your KCIs or your Glock Factory mags. Because there is no metal sleeve in them. It is just a straight polymer magazine with the spring inside. Alright. They are also a lot easier to take your base plate off than your KCI mags or your factory Glock mags. So they have that going for them. But like I said, the number one issue, failure for the slide to lock back on them. And I have had feeding issues from them. But it hasn't been a serious issue, although it's definitely happened a lot more than I ever get with my other Glocks. And I mean, between the issues I've had with these as well as the issues with the KCI mags, in order to give them a fair review, I've actually decided to go ahead and buy a Glock 17. That way I have some factory Glock mags on hand and a factory Glock so that I can get an accurate review compared to the shooting them through the Polymer 80s. A lot of the issues I have had, pretty sure they were magazine related. But to be able to test that, I need factory mags, and I don't want to write either of these brands off when I'm just using these Polymer 80 builds. So this is more of an update video than anything. I did film some of the shooting, if I filmed some of the shooting with the PMAGs. I filmed some with the 17 round KCI mags, and then I also filmed one magazine of the 4 with the 30 rounder. I did shoot all 4 of the 30 rounders, but and I had basically the same issues with all 4 of them. But like I said, here's the footage right now of the PMAGs that I did get, some of it, just so you can see the polymers in action. You can see that I was having issues with them, with the PMAGs. Alright, so I'm going to be firing these polymer 80s using the PMAGs from Magpul first, and then I'm also going to be shooting some of the KCI mags through them, just so y'all can actually see the pistols in operation. You can actually see how well they feed with each different mag in it, and I guess let's go. So with the PMAGs, I did have a couple malfunctions. Slide did not lock back either time, and I also had it locked back with nearly a full mag in it. So I don't know. Put one more through it. To eject the last round for the PMAG. And next I'm going to go on and put the footage of me using the KCI mags, just 17 rounders. These, like I said, I have seen some improvement from them, and it says a lot when I have to say that I have seen some improvement when I still had issues coming from them. But I have actually seen some improvement. It seems to be more of an issue of putting enough rounds through that spring starts functioning properly. Like I said, KCI sent them back and said there was no issue with them. But here's the footage of that. Just so you can see how it went for me. Alright, so I'm going to be shooting the polymer 80 9mm Glock 17. We're going to be using the KCI mags. The KCI mags I was having issues with. Ended up having to send them off to KCI for them to look at. They sent them back saying that there were no issues. They did send me 4 of their 30 round mags for free just to try out, so I will be putting some rounds through one of them to see how well it works. But I have been putting more rounds through the KCIs. I have seen a little bit of improvement since I got them back, putting all those rounds through them, and I just wanted to come out here to the range and go on and get some footage of it, just so y'all can actually see these magazines in operation, as well as the polymer 80 in operation. The one I'm using right now with the KCI mags is the one I have that has maritime cups in it. So. slide did not lock open when the mag was empty. Failure to eject. Failure for the slide to lock back again. Last but not least, like I said, I did film one of the 30 rounders when I was using it. I did put rounds through all 4 of them. They basically all operated the same. Far from impressive. I had issues with the 30 rounders locking back quite a bit, even though there were still rounds in the magazine. I also had issues of failure to feeds. Like I said, it was almost every other round that I was having issues from these. But here's the footage of that. Alright, so I'm going to go on and use one of these 30 round mags from KCI and see how well it does. This is not something you would ever actually see me carrying. I wouldn't have even bought them. Like I said, they sent them to me for free. Alright. And that is it. I had a ton of malfunctions during it. In regards to the slide lock issue that I've been having when the mags are empty, it's worth noting that here on the KCI mag, the design is distinctly different from here on the PMAG. And that seems to be creating issues during operation. The PMAG just isn't locking back like the KCI does. While the slide lock issue is easily explained, I mean, I believe so. I'm pretty sure that that's it right there, is that lack of indentation where KCI actually put it. I think that explains why the PMAGs aren't wanting to lock back when they're empty. And the sheer number of issues that I'm having now, starting to get under my skin, starting to annoy me. Like I said, I'll definitely be posting some more updates on them, especially once I get the Glock 17 and I've had time to run all these mags through it. It still seems to me like it's mag related issues. For one, they're having distinctly different issues. The number one issue I've had with this brand, the PMAGs, is just the failure to lock back. The couple issues I had other than that were failure to ejects, which wouldn't really be on the magazine at all. That's on the polymer 80s. Whereas these, I'm not even sure what to say about them. Like I said, I'm going to get the Glock factory. We'll see if they run better through it. But I'm not writing them off just yet. It's kind of unfair when it's not actually Glock factory pistols that I'm shooting them through. But feel free to comment. If you enjoyed the video, push like, subscribe. And if you have any ideas for future videos, feel free to drop them in the comment section as well. In our High Point review, somebody commented and requested a affordable carry option video, which I'm more than willing to do. I'm going to look into picking up a Taurus, a Ruger, as well as a Beretta compact pistols. For that review, I'm going to try to set the price point at being below $400. But it's going to, like I said, the Glock 17 is going to take precedence. I'm going to pick that up first, just because this is frustrating me. I should have just bought factory mags to begin with. But y'all have a good day. Join us next time.